The Scions of the Seventh Dawn. Momodi is ready to tell you what she knows about the Scions of the Seventh Dawn. So you want to know more then, do you? Well, ain't that a surprise? I swear if I painted certain death on one door and limitless wealth on another, 9 out of 10 adventurers would go through the first, and the other bloke wouldn't have been able to choose on account of being old in. Anyway, don't say I didn't warn you. First of all, if you're wondering whether you can trust these Scions of the Seventh Dawn, you can. They're good people who have made it their mission to solve some of Eorzea's most pressing problems. Of course, that ain't no small task, and so they're always looking for dependable individuals to join them. Individuals like you, Lavenza. Now, I've been given leave to tell you where to find the Scions, but you must promise to keep this information to yourself. As you can probably imagine, it's something Eorzea's enemies would very much like to know. The Scions are headquartered in Vesper Bay, out in western Thanalin. The place you're looking for is called the Waking Sands. Give your name to whoever's at the entrance, and you'll be let in. You're a woman in demand, Lavenza, and the days ahead promise to be busy, but I hope you won't forget about them. So I hope you won't forget about them as help make you into the adventurer you are. Drop in and tell them how you're faring from time to time, you hear? Right, well I've said my piece. Off you go. So... guess just back to Horizon. Because I know the quickest route used to be, I think, Limsa and then the boat over. But now that we have flying, and I believe new players going through it the first time get like a bunch of like Aetheryte type tickets or something to keep taking them back to the Waking Sands. And I assume those are a part of the rewards for the quests, I think. And since I don't get rewards, I'm sure I'm going to have to fly over every time. I mean, again, it could certainly be worse. Ah, Tataru. It is good to see you again. Deep in the desert of my heart, a lonely flower blooms, yearning for the heavens above to quench my thirst for you. Tra-la-la-la-la-la-la-la. Oh, what? I would thank you not to sneak up on me like that. Now, please be advised that this is private property. Unless you have pertinent business here, I must ask you to... Here at the behest of Ishtola. My sincerest apologies. May I please have your name? I love the... I think, like, pretty much all of the races kind of have over-exaggerated animations, gestures, but the Lalafels are just great. Lavenza Shark. Lavenza Shark. Ah, here you are. Ahem. I bid you welcome to the Waking Sands, headquarters of the Scions of the Seventh Dawn. My name is Tataru, and I look forward to assisting you during your time with us. The antecedent is within the solar. That's such a weird statement. It almost sounds like some kind of weird prophetic thing. The antecedent is within the solar. I shall let her know to expect you. prophetic riddle or whatever. The antecedent awaits downstairs within the solar. You may enter whenever you are ready. So yeah, I'll go back to, I think, any of the Scions. I'm going to check their dialogue again just to see if they have any additional information. Do we have anybody else? I'm just the new guy running around. Places I shouldn't be. Ehrenwald. That's interesting. I didn't know he was around this early on. I had a dream unlike any other. I was myself, but then I became something more. When I spoke of it to others, they directed me here. Did you have one too? That receptionist is something else. Did you perchance notice how small she's written the names in her roll? I couldn't make out a single one, no matter how hard I tried. Sorry, just trying to make idle conversation. This whole affair has me all worked up. I thought for sure that it was some sort of scam, that they were rounding up hapless adventurers for some nefarious ends. But now that I've seen the facilities for myself, I must confess it looks legitimate. The antecedent made me an offer I couldn't refuse, said that if I joined, I'd get to fight against the Primals and the Imperials both to my heart's content. I know I could get the same by enlisting in one of them grain companies, but I've never been partial to saluting, if you know what I mean. Interesting. Well, that's cool. I'm glad I took that detour. I was kind of expecting this all to be empty until you actually start meeting people. I take it you are Lavenza Shark? Tataru sent word that you had arrived. Lady Minfilia has eagerly awaited your coming. This way, if you please.
So you are the adventurer of whom I've heard so much.
Yes, I am.
Well met, friend. My name is Minfilia, and I lead the Scions of the Seventh Dawn. I have awaited your coming. Please, be at ease. You are among friends here. No doubt you are ripe to burst with questions. But have patience. All will be revealed in time. First, let me begin by telling you who we are and what we do. We are the Scions of the Seventh Dawn, an order that transcends political boundaries. Our single objective is the preservation of the future of Eorzea. Among our gravest concerns are the godlike beings known as the Primals. Their existence is a bane upon Eorzea, nay, the world at large, and we have striven to find a lasting solution to the threat they pose. Our order is home to a number of individuals who, like you, possess a rare and special talent. This talent takes various forms, but one holds particular interest for us. Tell me, have you ever experienced a sudden, inexplicable loss of consciousness?
All too often.
Have you ever had the sensation of being pulled away from reality? Felt as though you were hovering in space, a mind without a body? All these things are the manifestations of your talent. Yours is the power to transcend the boundaries of the soul, a power known as the Echo. The Echo allows you to pass through the walls of a man's soul and hear the resonations of his past. You will be there in his memories and see things as he saw them. You may even interact with that which you see, though you cannot change the outcome of events. For another blessing, the Echo will enable you to know a man's mind even if you cannot comprehend his words. In short, the Echo is a truly extraordinary power, and this power is strong within you. It is only a shame that we cannot use it whensoever we choose. That's right. I too possess the Echo. With that established, let us return to the subject of the primals. So long as they exist, the realm cannot take so much as a single step towards true peace. Measures must be taken. Measures which transcend boundaries, be they of faction, race, language, or creed. And to do so, the Scions require the aid of those with our talent. Make no mistake, the Echo will be instrumental in dealing with the primal threat. Without it, we cannot hope to save the realm. I know not what it is you desire for yourself, nor what it was that first brought you to Eorzea. But I firmly believe that the power we possess was given to us for a purpose. Why else would the gods entrust man with a gift so extraordinary, if not to have him use it? And so I implore you, lend us your power.
Naturally, your aid will not go unrewarded. We are fortunate to have a number of influential allies, and at a word from me, they will gladly afford you certain privileges that might otherwise be denied. The right to employ retainers, for example. Are you familiar with them? They are individuals who may be relied upon to manage your assets and belongings on your behalf. The papers you requested, my lady. Thank you, Tataru. The pleasure is mine, my lady. By way of a welcoming gift, I have taken the liberty of adding your name to the retainer's registry. As of now, you are entitled to employ the services of a retainer. You will need to consult a retainer vocate regarding the particulars of this arrangement, but believe me when I say that retainers will prove invaluable to you in your adventuring endeavors. Let this gesture serve as evidence of our commitment to all in our power. Let this gesture serve as evidence of our commitment to do all in our power to facilitate your personal objectives. In return, we ask that you aid us to the fullest extent of your talents. A mutually beneficial relationship, I am sure you will agree, and one which serves the greater good besides. Well, that was a veritable lecture, was it not? Forgive me, but it is important that all concerned are aware of what is expected of them. Now you know our purpose and what we can offer you. I invite you to consider joining us. When you have come to a decision, you may tell me without fear of censure. In good faith, I shall entrust you with our order's password, which our members use to reach one another when afield. It is Wild Rose. Pray keep it safe. Have I never gotten this one before, or do they actually pop up hints that would normally pop up during the MSQ? Interesting. So I think I had heard elsewhere that the Echo gave us the ability to speak with peoples of other languages or whatever, which makes sense. I just never really thought of it, and to get confirmation of that here is cool. And then, when she's rattling off like the benefits of being a part of the Scions of the Seventh Dawn, and really it was kind of like, um, like you'll get a retainer. It's like, oh, that's it. Like for just knowing for everything I'm gonna give you, like you give me a retainer. I mean, obviously, it's about the friends you make in the end. But let's talk to Stola. Our organization, the Scions of the Seventh Dawn, was formed through the union of two separate entities. The first was comprised of Charlian natives, such as myself, and was called the Circle of Knowing. The second, made up of individuals that share your rare gift, was known as the Path of the 12. Okay. The terrible events that ushered in the Seventh Umbral Era told us that only together may we stand against the evil that seeks to consume us. That's interesting. I know, because they've brought up I think they've brought up both of those groups before, but I just, after so long, they just kind of turn into, just like common phrases you hear, and they almost kind of lose meaning. Or at least, like I didn't really necessarily recall what they were all about. Summoning a primal is no small feat. It requires a tremendous concentration of ether, which is why the beast tribes go to such lengths to obtain crystals. Once they manifest in physical form, their unquenchable thirst for aether only grows stronger. They would drink the land dry with nary a thought to the consequences. Considering their fearsome strength, it could be well within their ability to do so. It is for this reason we must do our utmost to oppose them. One of these days, I'm going to get this reading thing down. Papa Limo. It's so funny, I just remembered he died. I don't know, I guess he just never really had that big an impact on me through A Realm Reborn that, when it happens at the end of Heavensward, it's just kind of, I mean, obviously, like, I felt for him, but it was never like a character I got attached to. While there are others who possess the Echo, none are near as strong as you with the power, hence our extremely high expectations of you. Okay, thanks. This place is called the Waking Sands, and it's our headquarters. It used to be somewhere else, but then a bunch of things happened, and we ended up here instead. Ah, Ida, ever the, the one with the way with words. Seven waning moons see seven suns rise. Divine order roils, fallen corpses writhe. Thus the divine chronicles seek to warn us once more. The meaning of these words now shine clear. They evoke the dire circumstances of this imperiled age. The realm doth shudder and twist, and the dawn lieth cowering neath the stifling blanket of night, and we abide. We await the coming of the unborn era's seed, the light which shall pierce the glowering darkness. Okay, I'm going to warn you now. I am definitely going to struggle with Urianger's dialogue. So, I mean, if you're barely making it through now, I don't want you to leave, but you may have to to keep your sanity. We Scions have but one objective: to safeguard the future of Eorzea. Among our gravest concerns are the godlike beings known as the Primals. Long have we striven to find lasting solution to the threat they pose. And 3 expansions later, finally start to make headway on that. I mean, other than just, murking the primals. I know not what it is you desire for yourself, nor what it was that first brought you to Eorzea, but I firmly believe that the power we possess was given to us for a purpose. Pray consider this when you give me your answer, Lavenza. I will go whither the wild rose blooms. Yours is no small endeavor. The dangers are great. Nothing. Well, this is the clever response. A wild rose by any other name. I wonder if you even get if the other ones are just like no and you don't get the quest. I'm not interested enough to actually try it out, but I'm curious. Minfilia is waiting to hear whether or not you will pledge your support to the Scions of the Seventh Dawn.
I take it you will help us.
That's why I'm still here.
Wonderful! I knew you wouldn't let us down. But come, I would introduce you to your friends in the Order. Tell me, does the name Sharlayan ring any bells?
It does.
It used to be one of Eorzea's 6 city-states, and was situated in the northwest of Aldenard. The Sharlayans were the keepers of wisdom both old and new. Their mastery over magic and ether was unsurpassed, and even the Garleans knew to fear them. Among their number, there were a noble few who devoted their lives to safeguarding the future of Eorzea. When the realm began its descent into chaos, and their countrymen fled for the motherland, they alone chose to remain here. These noble men and women were called the Archons. Those same brave souls stand before you now. The masked woman is Ida, and beside her is Popalimo. The two are charged with surveying the Twelveswood.
Hello there.
Welcome.
Okay, my turn to introduce someone. That there is Thancred.
He is our man here in Ul'dah, Jewel of the Desert.
Welcome to the team. If I may, the lovely maiden beside me is named Y'shtola. Limsa Lominsa has the pleasure of being under her care.
Greetings. I have been expecting you. Last but not least is Urianger, who presides over all affairs within these halls. Pray seek him out whenever you have questions.
Want a really long answer.
Dawn may banish even the darkest night. The words of a dear friend. I'm glad of our meeting.
At the Battle of Carteneau, our leader was taken from us. But we did not stray from our purpose. We sought out Minfilia and others with her talent, and together established the Scions of the Seventh Dawn.
Along with the Archons, those blessed with the Echo play a pivotal role in our endeavor to forge a brighter tomorrow for the realm. Oh, I should also introduce you to Tataru, our clerk. She ensures that everything runs smoothly.
The backbone.
Pleased to make your acquaintance.
Wow.
In time, I hope you will come to think of us as family. But without further ado, I would assign you your first task. Urianger, have the documents arrived from the students of Baldessian?
Aye, my lady. They arrived but recently.
we have received a request for aid from the Immortal Flames. Thancred, would you do the honors?
It would be my pleasure. Some days ago, a crystal caravan registered to Amagina and Sons mineral concern was waylaid and divested of its cargo. But there is more. Within a bell of the robbery, several people were reported missing from the shantytown outside the city.
At a glance, one would assume the involvement of bandits, kidnappers, and coincidence. Such crimes are hardly uncommon, and the Immortal Flames deal with their like almost every day. However, this time we have reason to believe that a primal is involved.
Aye, the evidence left behind implicates the Emoja, who are known worshippers of Ifrit. If we then consider the objects that were taken, there is no room left for doubt. The crimes were committed in the name of a primal.
That you may better understand the nature of our struggle with the primals, I would have you play the leading role in this investigation. You have my thanks. If there is aught you wish to know, I recommend you speak with Thancred. He is well versed in the affairs of Ulda.
Ever at your service, fair lady.
So yeah, one of the things I'm gonna have to get used to is the old voice cast. I think Y'shtola and even Thancred aren't too bad. Maybe even Papalimo and Urion J. Minfilia, I honestly can't remember much of her voice. I mean, I'm pretty sure there were some voice cutscenes with her in Shadowbringers, but, and I'm sure it doesn't sound like that, but like Ida, like, I mean, that shift when, you know, she goes from Ida to Lise it almost seems like another character. The voice is so different, the look is so different, and then Tataru's voice is, to me, like way different than what it is now. So that is definitely going to take some getting used to. Through this first mission, you will come to understand the nature of our struggle with the primals. The realm may appear well on its way to recovery, but reality paints a far bleaker picture. The truth is out there, Lavenza, and I would have you discover it for yourself. Ready to begin, are we? That's the spirit. So then, your mission is to investigate a crystal robbery and a spat of abductions. Crimes which we believe to be connected. Assuming we are correct, it is like that any discoveries we make in relation to one will further our understanding of the other. Now, since the attack on their caravan, our friends at Amagina and Sons Mineral Concern have doubled security over all their shipments. In light of this, it is my judgment that the abduction should be our priority. According to our preliminary findings, the majority of the missing were last seen in the vicinity of Camp Drybone. So that would seem a fine place to begin. A fellow by the name of Isambard, it's either Isambard or Isambard, serves as the camp's de facto leader. Pay him a visit and see that he gives us his full cooperation. Well, let us see him, shall we? I might do another quick lap around the Waking Sands just to see, you know, if any of the Scions are... Yep, Our organization, the Science of the Seventh Dawn, was formed... Oh, this is the same thing she said before. Okay, well then. I probably don't need to talk to anybody else then. And I actually should just go straight to Drybone. I don't... Am I the only one that does that? Like, you know you're going to end up teleporting somewhere, but like you still... It's almost like you have to pass through a threshold before it clicks in your head that, oh, okay, teleport. Because I know I do that all the time. I'm Isambard. Here to search for the missing folk, I take it. Minfilia sent word that an adventurer fitting your description would be along. She also warned us to be wary of the Amalja. It seems we know who the culprits are, at the very least. Now, I bear no official title at this camp, but the people here have come to look to me for leadership. You have my word that I'll do all I can to help see the victims safely returned. Thank you for watching this video. I've had a great time going back through the story. If you've enjoyed it as well, please don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe, and come join me over at Twitch. My link is down below. I'll be streaming every Tuesday through Saturday from 3 p.m. to 9 p.m. Central Time. Thank you again.